In the previous lesson, we saw how we can use procedural parametric generative design to create objects using geometry nodes in Blender. And we created sort of a pavilion here with a pavement and roof. And then we put also some pillars inside so that they follow the roof and the pavement. So if I go here to edit mode and I start to edit this object, you can see that the pillars will be distributed like in a generative way and procedural way. And also the same goes for the roof here. And as you can see, this was the basic structure, and then from that we created a more complex structure, and that can be applied for also cars, automotive design, product design, industrial design, etc., etc., etc. Now we also saw that we can apply textures and colors as values into the attributes to generate something that could be random, for example, with the noise. Also with this one here, we deleted part of this structure using a noise and a ramp. So we can use all of these tools and type of nodes to generate different types of results and to model also in geometry nodes. And this one here also, it's a combination of textures and colors and procedural maps, which are the main three ways you can do either materials or you can work with geometry nodes in Blender. In this last lesson of the course, instead, we're going to see some other applications of the geometry nodes, which can be used with volumes and to create like visual effects, special effects, and then they can work together with the grease pencils and to generate graphics that are like hand-drawn. And then you can use it also, you can do little simulations with the simulation node, and you can work also with airs, so for character design or grooming. So let's get started. And by the way, you may also want to render the scene with cycles if you want to see some effects properly. And also, if you're interested in more, subscribe to the channel to stay updated for other videos that we're gonna publish on Blender and similar tools to create special effects or 3D rendering, 3D modeling, etc., etc. And join the channel if you want to support us. So I want to start with this first example here, which is a basic plane. And just want to show you how you can play a little bit with textures, colors, ramps, etc., etc. So you can see here, this is just a simple object. It was a plane, so you can just create it by going to add mesh and then plane. And the first thing I've done here is I place a subdivide mesh. Actually, I placed two subdivide mesh node in here. Why? Because I cannot go higher than 6, and I need subdivisions when I want to work properly with the texture. So if I decrease this value, you can see the more I decrease the subdivisions, the more it gets like not really accurate. So remember that this is using what is called vertex paint. So the more vertices you have, the better will be the result of your combination of colors and textures and images and procedural map and whatever. So just to see here the wireframe as well, so you can see that the amount of subdivisions really affects the final result. And you can see when I arrive to 8 subdivisions, I can see something better. I can still see the pixels right here. You can see they kind of follow the structure. So this is why I usually like increase with 2 subdivide mesh. And what I've done here, if we go and check this out at the bottom, so I've used a brick texture, as you can see, because the brick texture is one of the texture that is procedural in Blender. So here you can have the possibility to change the color of the mortar and then the size. So you can affect a lot of aspects procedurally of the bricks, and then you can also use 2 colors here, which are usually white and gray, and then you have black for the mortar. So you can use a color. If you want to use a simple color, you can just type color, and you have different ways you can create colors. The standard one is this one right here. So this is just the color select, really easy and simple. The next step is to have like combination of colors, like the color ramp. So let me just decrease this color ramp and bring it in here. So in this case, we have, you can see like something that goes from one value to another value. And remember, you can use the variation of values for many reasons. For example, to model, as we saw with the noise, and also to distribute objects. And remember that darker colors tend to zero, meaning the effect it's near zero. And especially if you are in the black, this means zero. And if you are in the white, it means 100% or 1 if you go from 0 to 1. So wherever you apply this stuff is going to go from 0 to, let's say, well, this is kind of a halfway. So if you want like total effect, you need to go to white, total white. And so that's another option. And then you have, again, procedural maps like the brick textures or the Voronoi textures. Also, it's pretty interesting. So I'm gonna just plug this in to show you. Voronoi, it's pretty random combination of, we can say, patches. And so you can play around. So procedural map means that you can play around with this stuff, going back and forward with the values you have here, and never lose like the possibility to go back. And here you have also other types. So always, go there, experiment with everything, because you never know what you might find by experimenting. So for example, here the scale is a single value. If I plug in a color, it is going to be a single value as well. But you can see how this affects the result. If I plug in a ramp, it's going to be like more than one value. So it will go from like one value to another. But and you can also animate all of this stuff. But you can see not every time it works. Sometimes we need extra nodes to work with more than one of these. For example, here we can add a mix. So color mix will give you the possibility to work with more than one effect at the time. So you can multiply the possibilities. You can see here, this is a combination of a noise with the Voronoi, and then here you can mix in many different ways. So again, you have infinity of possibilities. So let's make some other experiment here with the Voronoi texture and a ramp. So if you make them pass through, you can see again, you have some different results. So depend on how you combine them, what is the flow of the various nodes you're using, you get really different results. So you can really play like for forever with these different combinations. Okay, so here just playing around with this one here is a combination of noise, and you can see here I'm looking to get something organic and kind of psychedelic here. And remember, you can animate everything, and you can see this is like streaks is another possibility, like for with the waves. And then also I'm using the ramp.